yes, we're gonna do it again because I enjoy living on the edge. I also realized that I boomered the ever-loving bejesus out of that, but it's okay because we're gonna fix it. Here you go.
All right, pop quiz. Airport. Gunman with one hostage. He's using her for cover. He's almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away. What do you think?
Shoot the hostage.
What?
Go for the good wound and he can't get to the plane with her. Clear shot.
You're deeply nuts, you know that?
All right, gentlemen, what we have here are 13 passengers in an express elevator. Bomb's already taken out cables. Bomber wants $3 million or he blows the emergency brakes.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
The basement.
He can strike anywhere, at any time.
Will the Mr. Guest please sign in?
Why are they messing with me? Do they think I'm doing this for fun?
For LA cop Jack Traven.
Tell me again, Harry, why did I take this job?
Come on, 30 more years of this, you get a tiny pension and a cheap gold watch.
Cool.
The game began.
Very exciting, Jack. Some close calls, huh?
When someone put the city of Los Angeles to the ultimate test.
Pop quiz, hotshot. There's a bomb on a bus. Once the bus goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it drops below 50, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do?
Now,
Are you insured? Yeah, why?
he's the only solution.
We just got a ransom demand from your terrorist. Says he's rigged the city bus. Where's Jack?
Where do you think?
Stay on or get off.
Get off.
This is much better.
Everybody hold on!
Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Sandra Bullock.
Pop quiz. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do?
Speed. Get ready for rush hour.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, yes. When trailers were fantastic, when shows were epic, when films made you want to go watch them. Oh, it was a simpler time. It was a better time. But you know, life can be cruel. Life can be a cruel mistress, and oh my gosh, there's so much that we get to talk about. This is one of my favorite films ever. Just, I mean, bar none. I absolutely love it. Dennis Hopper has got to be one of the greatest, most underrated actors ever. I mean, just freaking wow. I absolutely love him. He plays an he is a legitimate villain. There's no sympathy. There's no, he even talks about why he is the way that he is, how he was a cop and he did all of this service. He gave him, he lost fingers. He did all this stuff for him. And, what did he get? And it's just like, oh my gosh. And then he uses their knowledge, so he sets them up to bring them to him because he's laid a trap. And you just love to hate this guy. And it's so epic and fantastic. And I just want to, yes, more of it. Oh, yes, R.I.P. Dennis Hopper. It is so good. I'm going to give my rating right at the beginning. We're going to just cut to chase here. This movie gets a 9.8 out of 10 for me. I don't even care that it's not this prolific, deeper meaning. I've always loved 90s action films. Okay? I genuinely always much more with the nonsense that we have been given. Oh, it's just freaking fantastic. And can I just say that, and it was in that clip that we saw, Glenn Plummer is one of just, he's beautiful. Like, Jeff Daniels is obviously, his character Harry throughout the show provides some of that comic relief and some of that humor. But Glenn Plummer, who was the Jaguar owner, was he made those scenes. He made those scenes. They were fabulous. I mean, absolutely fabulous. And we're going to get into some little like, guys, the amount of detail that is in this movie, and you saw it. You saw it in that trailer, but we're going to see how many of you paid attention. Oh, it's going to be just fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. I love it. Jeff Daniels is another actor that I feel doesn't get enough credit where credit is due. So we're going to get into all of that. But as you know, I always try to hit up my supers and my donations right out the gate, because I appreciate you appreciating me and spending not only your time, but your money with me. I know how valuable both of those are. And I want to make sure that you guys get what you pay for. So Cybot for $5 says, "Sup, Lady G. As usual, I'll not be able to make the stream tonight. That's okay, Cybot. I appreciate you just thinking of me. It means a lot. Have next week off work. Woo! So hope to catch up on them then. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to the book club. Yes. Good day, evening to you all." So he's talking to you, chat. Yes. The book club, if you have paid attention or seen, maybe you haven't, I posted in my community posts. Long story short, 2 very long streams, a whole lot of stuff happened, but essentially I was voted off the island. I was booted out of my book club, which there's been further development. And yes, I will be absolutely gloating about it. But that is another stream and another time. And I'm waiting to see if some more stuff sort of shakes out. I will give you this little teaser, though. I will be shocked if this book club survives to the summer. Just gonna go ahead and say it. So, yes, thank you so much, Cybot, for the $5. And if y'all are not aware, my book club that I'm starting, it is for members only, because I gotta give you something. You members are fantastic. I appreciate you. Those will be member only streams while they're live, and then they will be made public after, and they're going to be monthly Saturday afternoon in the States streams, and everybody can participate in chat. Grave Masters the Grave Master level will be able to be on the panel to discuss the books. Still shaking out some rules. I have the rough outline up on my community post if you want to go check it out. But thank you, Cybot, for pointing that out. I appreciate you so much. Ding Dong Dan for $2 says, "Can you sing it again, Lady G?" Ding Dong Dan, listen. I appreciate that you love that song. I do. But I'm really scared I'm gonna get in trouble. I just I don't okay. One more time. But Ding Dong Dan, if you send in another one, I'm just gonna have to I won't be able to sing this one, okay? Like I'm fairly certain that this is I don't think that it dang it, I've not warmed up. Like, I'll tell you what, Ding Dong Dan, if you can pick a song that is not copyright, I don't know, does not fall under copyright. If it's in public domain, I'll probably be able to do a little bit better for you. But I'll give you one bar again. Or one verse. whichever. What's the key? Sorry, I'm trying to remember the key. Hang on. Okay. I'm all nervous. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, toil, nor danger in that bright land to which I go. Okay. Thank you for the $2, Ding Dong Dan. I appreciate it. I'm not sure if you're trolling or if you actually like when I sing that song, but I hope you got your $2 worth. Thank you so much. Mwah. Like I said, I'm gonna try and give you guys something for your money for sure. So Raj Williams for 5 Canadians says, there's a bomb on the bus. What do you do? Love this movie, Lady G. The sequel, not as much. We do not speak of the sequel. There is no sequel. See, okay, this is something that we're going to get into a little bit more tonight. Keanu Reeves and Sandra B were like a power couple that got split up before their time because I think people realized how incredible their chemistry was. And like they were like, no, because if we put them in everything together, nothing else is going to be able to compete. They were like, the 90s was when people were trying to like not do the power couple thing. And so it shattered what should have been. I mean, the chemistry, like they reunited for the lake house, and it was utterly incredible, guys. I don't even like as you know, I don't like time travel tropes. And I was there for that one. It was so good. Their chemistry cannot be denied. So Sandra B and Keanu Reeves were the power couple that Hollywood kept apart. And I mean on screen. What they do in their, like Keanu Reeves' story, if you guys don't know, he is one of the most incredible, humble men in existence. And I mean that genuinely. It was just freaking, it's tragic. It's uplifting. It's inspiring. He is one of the most amazing men in existence. I mean that with all sincerity. If you don't know his story, guys, I strongly encourage you to just sort of look it up. But Keanu was married to the love of his life. He has had what most people only dream of. Like, Hollywood could not write a love story better than Keanu Reeves. I mean, except maybe the end. Like, it's just, like I said, it's a tragic love story, but he genuinely had what everybody is searching for. And he is nothing but grateful, and he's humble for it. He's just one of the best men ever. He silently, like, other people have to highlight what he does, as it should be. He doesn't come out there and doesn't go out there and brag about what he's done or who he donates to or different causes or anything like that. He silently donated his entire salary from, I think, Matrix 2 it was, or it might have been, I think it was Matrix 2. So you know it wasn't anything small. And I know he donated most of his John Wick salary, but to different cancer charities. And in John Wick, for the John Wick cast, he bought each of them a car, I want to say. I have to look it back up, but like, people are literally like, he is just an incredible, incredible human being. It's just amazing that someone like that exists. So he is a prime example of a truly stoic, silent, strong type. it just absolutely amazing. He is I'm not saying he is a character. I'm saying he has character. Like it is embedded in his soul. He is simply amazing. So yes, I think that Hollywood breaking up Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, power couple on screen, was an absolute travesty, and it robbed fans of some really great stuff because they work so well together. Just wow. So thank you, Raj, for the $5. Calgy for $2 says, just wanted to leave this here as I won't be able to watch the stream tonight. I'm doing some volunteer work. That's awesome. My apologies. Dude, never apologize. This isn't an assignment. This isn't a requirement. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate the $2. That's amazing. Thank you, Calgy. And you should never apologize for doing volunteer work. Are you kidding? Keep it up. Absolutely. I'll be sure to catch next week's Nostalgic Nirvana. Hail to the chat, the mods, and Godspeed to you all. Godspeed to you, Calgy. Thank you very much. Cross Purposes for $5 says, Jack and Harry are so funny in this. Also, Sandra Bullock at her cutest, in my opinion. Yes. Sandra Bullock was affable. She was likable. She was funny. She was relatable. She was all of those things. And, she wasn't a damsel in distress per se. She was still she was driving the bus because of the situation that came up. And it was just because the circumstance fell on her and she rose to the occasion. But every few minutes, she's just like, Jack, what are we doing? Jack, where are we going? Jack, what can I do? How can I what can I do to help this? So it's just like she's not. It's not like she got behind the wheel of the bus and suddenly she was like a Class A driver. Dude, she caused so much damage, and like the streets were ravaged, and it was so it was fan-freaking-tastic to witness. There was so much fun to be had watching this, and so much fun to be had when you're enjoying it. Just to look at this. This is great camera work. This is how you shoot a scene. Clearly it's very tense. They're both looking forward. They're she is clearly trying to she's just okay, dude, I'm just here. I'm terrified. I don't know what to do. You're going to have to give me direction. Give me you're okay, lady, you're driving a bus. It can't be that hard. All right, LA traffic. Now remember, this is the 90s. So cell phones are still relatively new. Car phones are still relatively new. It used to be car phones were something that were the elites had in their vehicles, right? That's why he gets into the Jag, right? He gets into the Jaguar and he's like, "Sir, I need to borrow your phone." And of course, Glenn Plummer is he's like, "Take the damn phone." Cause he's already destroyed the dude's Jaguar. It's been totaled, and it's fantastic. Just that whole situation, that whole banter. I love it. Some people are like, "Well, that's unnecessary. He didn't need to." No, he did need to do that. He stepped, he made those scenes. It wasn't just your typical, it's one of the few scenes in Speed that separates itself from other 90s action scenes, because it's not your typical high speed chase. It's not your typical ma'am, I need to borrow your car, and then the woman gets out of the car and then he drives off in the car. No, the dude stayed in the car and he was giving commentary. He was cracking jokes. He was clearly nervous about stuff. There was so much added to that scene simply because he took it and he ran with it and was able to just build that whole scene out into something different. And that is a perfect example of a trope, a car chase, right? That's a trope. That is an action trope. And doing it exceptionally well, to the point that it stands out on its own. Nothing has really changed. He stopped the car, right? Just I need to borrow your car. Police, I need your car. Okay, we've seen that in action films before. We've seen that, that's what leads to the high-speed chases, right? Okay. He gets onto the interstate. Okay, that's not anything different. That's also in tropes. He's chasing down a vehicle that is either causing has either a fleeing subject in it or is going to potentially cause harm or danger to the civilians surrounding it, right? Okay, so the bus fits in category number 2 because even though the driver and none of the passengers are aware, it is currently it is literally a ticking time bomb. Okay, so boom, he's chasing down the threat, high speed on the interstate. All right, he's got obstacles in his way. He's got cars, he's got all this. But literally, the one thing that separates that scene is the fact that Glenn Plummer is still in the car. He's providing that commentary. He is us. He's like, this is insane. This is crazy. You crazy. And then, of course, when Jack, Keanu Reeves' character, when Jack is like, I need you to write bomb on bus. And dude's like, okay, wait, what? And he's like, just write it. Like, that is like, how else are you supposed to react in that situation when you're being told there's a bomb on the bus? That's how you react. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's intelligent. It's taking a trope and executing it to perfection, to the point that it stands alone. It stands separate from the others, and it's memorable because it was done so well. Ugh, I love this movie. I don't know if y'all can tell. I'm like really fired up. I absolutely love this freaking movie. So yeah, I am 1,000 million billion jillion % here for it. Absolutely. I love it. Oh guys, that's like the opening to this movie. Like I blew right past that. Like just wow. Hang on, let me make sure I got the yes. Okay, so I got all of the donations. Thank you everybody who donated cross purposes. I hope the $5 was good for you. And I think you got your money's worth. But there's so much going on. And like in the beginning, we've established that Harry and where you at, Harry? Come on. Boom. We've established that Harry and Jack are sort of like this dynamic duo. And you know, in that trailer even Harry's like, you're like 10 kinds of crazy. You know that, right? And so we've established that Jack is willing to put his life in danger, put himself on the line to do whatever it takes to save people, because that's why he joined the police force. This is also when LA, it's the 90s. Like there was hope, there was possibility, there was like crime was down for the first time in forever. Like there was optimism surrounding LA. It was a place people wanted to be. Hollywood streets were paved with gold. The tech industry was starting to boom. You had beautiful beaches. You had incredible opportunities. There was so much going on in LA, and then they just pissed on it all and literally crapped it in the streets. But we're gonna move on from that. If y'all want to know more about that, go watch Gary at Nerdrotic's Cal Exit stuff. I promise you'll get your fill. But we're gonna talk about the optimistic, the good times, the 90s. It was a good time for everybody. Look at this. All these dudes doing their thing. Oh, and can I just say, I think that Joe Morton, hold on, let's see. Where you at, Captain? Where you at, Cap? Oh, I love his vest too. Like completely realistic. Like all of these tools, all of like this is yes. Someone paid attention. Someone did their due diligence, because I was looking at some stuff. This is crap that real electricians and real SWAT uses. I mean, it's outdated purposefully because, like we talked about last time, they're not gonna show you how to actually hack a mainframe or how to actually arm or disarm a bomb. They're not gonna be like, here's the exact tools that you use. So this stuff is actually outdated, but it's legitimate electrician and SWAT equipment that used to be used when it came to like wiring and bombs and stuff like that. So this is when people did their homework. This is when people did their homework and actually gave a crap about what was on screen and didn't leave coffee cups places. Just like, and here's the thing, all these characters on the bus, guys, like you actually get to know them a little bit. They're like, you get to enjoy them. They differentiate themselves. You start to care about the individuals on the bus. All right. You start to be like, okay, well, this dude's kind of a prick, but also he's a tourist and he's just doing the touristy jerky thing. Like, you don't know, like, he's got no wedding ring on. So it's like, maybe he's not a married dude who's out here just looking for, a weekend score or whatever, but he's got the maps, and that he even says, he's like, yep, I'm just a tourist, and like the line when they go back, when they go back to the airport. So long story. So we're cutting a little bit to the end here, but we'll come back around. When they get back to the airport, the dude's like, we're at the airport. And then the guy's like, yeah. He's like, I already been to the airport. He's like, that's all he's seen. Like, he's there to sightsee when there was stuff to sightsee in LA, right? So there's time for these characters to breathe. You start to care about them. You start to feel for them. You start to be curious about them on an individual level. Oh man, this D-bag. All right, moving on. Yes, here he is. It's a very blurry picture. You'll have to forgive, but Joe Morton is fantastic. He plays Captain McMahon. Captain McMahon. There we go. And he is just freaking brilliant. You gotta love it. Like, the cast is so well built out. He's over here. Wait, come on. Loading. There we go. Circle of Death. So, like, here's us, right? That's Glenn Plummer, y'all. I think he's, like, in the credits, I think he's just Jaguar owner. I don't even think he's a named character, but he is one of the best parts of this movie. And you've got Keanu Reeves over here, like, driving like Evel Knievel, and is like, keep it over fit. Like, he's trying to instruct the bus driver, do the best he can in the circumstances that he's been forced into. And you just, there's just so much to love. Like, every single one of these characters, none of them are there for brownie points. None of them are there willy-nilly. They all have a purpose. They're all there to fill out the cast and to do things and to add to the story. They're not there for brownie points or woke points or anything like that. Here you go. Here's Sandra B. Like, she's this is after Jack is trying to, like, see stuff, and she's like, Jack, what are we doing? Like, she doesn't want to be left alone. It's not because she's weak. It's because she's freaking terrified. She's a civilian. There's a bomb on a bus, and she's now driving that bus. Okay? I'd be freaking terrified too. Like, look at her face. Like, she is anxious. She is scared. She's like, I don't want to be here. I just wanted to get to work. And, like, there's a scene where she's like, I love my car. I miss my car. Because she's talking to, so it's an older passenger. Her name's Helen, on the bus. She's talking to Helen. And Helen's like, hey, Annie. And Annie's like, and that's Sandra B's character. And she's like, hey, Helen. And, Helen's like, she's like, I can't drive anymore. My nerves are just shot. So now I just sit on the bus and I can relax. And Sandra Bullock's like, well, I love my car. I miss my car. So you get the sense she's here against her will, right? Like, she's made friends with people on the bus. She calls Sam, the bus driver, by his first name. They have a relationship together. He makes her put out her cigarette before she gets on the bus. All that jazz. And so there's a real actual relationship that you believe in with these people. And even though she's there unwillingly, she's making the best of her situation. And she's gotten to know the regulars on the bus. So, there's just, it's so fantastic. Mudcrab, you probably already bounced, but thank you very much. You have a great night. I appreciate you being here. Sorry I didn't see that sooner. Legionist, you forget what happened to the bus driver. He got shot. Well, we're coming up to that. So, if y'all remember, Sam, so there's an illegal alien on the bus, right? Or at least that's what you're led to believe, because Jack gets on the bus and he's like, I'm a cop. I'm a cop. He's showing everybody his badge and he's like, I need everybody to remain calm. He hasn't told them that there's a bomb on the bus, right? Because there's no reason to escalate the situation. He's not trying to freak people out. He's not trying to, get the situation to get out of hand. He's like, I need you all to sit down. I need you to remain calm. The only one who currently knows that there's a bomb on the bus is Sam, right? Because Sam, like the cardboard from the Jaguar landed on the windshield. Sam read it. It said bomb on bus. And that's when Sam let off the gas. And that's when Keanu Reeves is like banging on the door. He's like, open the door. And Keanu's like, and so Sam's looking at him. Keanu's like, keep it above 50 because at 50 miles an hour, that bus is armed. Right? Well, there's an illegal alien on the bus, and he thinks that Keanu is on, like Jack is on there for him, or that he's gonna, do whatever. So he pulls out a gun and he's like, "Get away from me!" And he's like, "Dude, I don't care about anything you've done. I'm not here for you." Right? But then we have Ortiz, who tries to be a hero. Big dude. I think hang on, let me see if I can find a picture. Watch me get nailed for that nonsense. It's a tick, YouTube. It's a tick. I can't help it. It's just something that happens. Here's Ortiz. So he tries to be the big man. I mean, he is a big man. He's a big dude. But he tackles the gunman. And I think the gunman's name is Ray. I want to say it's Ray. Yes, I think it's Ray. So he tackles him, and of course, Ray's gun goes off, and it shoots Sam in the shoulder. How you feeling, Sam? Like I've been shot? Yes. Like this movie, it's so well written because this is how normal people react in a normal situation. Some people have emotional breakdowns. Some people panic. Some people use dark comedy to cope. And that's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's it's the little things, it's the details that went in to all of it and that they paid attention. And you know how I know the people who made this film care? Hold on, I'm going to find it first. You know how I know that people paid attention and they were wondering like how close are you going to pay attention? Did you guys catch it in the trailer? All right, I'm going to share again. Okay, now remember, the bomb gets armed once the bus hit 50 miles an hour. And then it detonates if the bus drops below 50. Okay, keep that in mind. What's the top of that bus say? What's the top of that bus say, y'all? Come on. Do, 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 do. I'm waiting. Has anybody figured it out? Bum, 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 bum. Nobody? 25-25? Come on, guys. Someone please drop in the chat. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you see. Come on. Tell me I'm not the only one. Say it ain't so. Come on. Hello, darkness. Yes, 25-25. Yeah, no, not 69 for 69, Anonymous. What's 25 plus 25, y'all? Come on. Oh, it's okay. I forgive you. I'll give it to you. 25 plus 25 is 50. That's how much, like, these are the little details. These are the things. Thank you, Faye. Yes, thank you. It's 50. Anonymous, it's literally 25. It's 5 plus 5 and 2 plus 2 plus 1. Come on, Anonymous. You ain't that bad at math. 25 plus 25 is 50. That is how you know. Yes, thank you, Raj. That is how you know that the people that made this film, that were involved in it, they could have put anything on the top of this bus. Anything could have gone on top of this bus. But they put in these little gems, these little nods, how much are you paying attention? How close are you paying attention? This is I love that this is in here because it shows you the actual care and diligence that was put in to the details of this film. It's just absolutely fantastic. That's something that I love about the 90s. 90s films, like, they pay attention to those little details. You'll see it in Die Hard, which, don't worry, we'll be talking about Die Hard 2. Not Die Hard 2, as in the number TWO, but TOO, like, also. But we'll talk about Die Hard 2, too. There you go. Haha. Oh, man, Die Hard. Love, love, love. So much nostalgia. So much wonder. But we're here for speed. We're here for Keanu Reeves and Sandra B. and Jeff Daniels. Joe Morton. Dennis Hopper. Oh. They don't make them like they used to. Ain't that the truth? But yes, there is so much to love here. I'm trying to remember his name in the show. Stevens. His name is Stevens. That's what it is. Ha! I got there. But guys, honest to goodness, like I said, this movie is dang near a perfect 10. Dang near a perfect 10. The cast is built out to support the story. It's not a story that's trying to be wrapped around diversity casting. It's so fantastic. Like, there's so much going on here, and it's wonderful. You have a cast that complement each other. You have douchebags on the police force. You've got Annie and Stevens, who, like, she's trying to be nice. I love how she gets out of the situation, by the way. She's like, oh, there's gum on my seat. Gum. So she, like, moves and she goes and sits next to Helen because she doesn't want to deal with the tourists, right? And you've got Keanu Reeves, who just looks every bit the part. And he's sitting there the whole time. He's trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And we find out Dennis Hopper's character, Howard Payne, they find out his name. Well, unfortunately, it is a trap. It's a trap, and Harry unfortunately pays the price. This scene, like this look right here from Jeff Daniels, this is a man who knows he's going to die. He knows that he has been set up, and he knows that he has fallen for it, right? So he's accepted it, and he's not panicking. He's not freaking out. This is what he signed up to do. And because he was outsmarted, he has admitted that this is where he has ended up. But he was still able to help his partner, Jack. And that was what this whole thing was about. He wasn't trying to be a hero. It wasn't about playing a hero or beating the bad guy, or, you know, like it was about those things, like to try and save those people. But ultimately he was having his partner's back. He was trying to be there to help his partner any way he could, because Harry got injured in the previous in the beginning of the film. If you watch, Harry tells Jack, shoot the hostage. And then, of course, Jack shoots him in the leg. Right? And then that's when they think that they've killed Howard Payne at that point, because it appears that Howard Payne has blown himself up in the garage. But they didn't, unfortunately. Howard was prepared to use that escape. But the thing is, Howard is a adaptable and intelligent bad guy. And he strapped Annie, so he learned just as much from the encounter with Harry and Jack as they did about him. Because this scene right here, and it was in the I don't know what that is. It was in the trailer as well, when he's like, I don't think you can shoot her, right? So he's talking about his encounter earlier with Jack. Here it is. So he's already done this dance, and he's sitting here taunting Jack. He's like, what do you think? He's like, what are you gonna do? You know, I don't think you can shoot her, because she's the one wearing the vest, not him, right? And And so it's a very, like, this becomes incredibly intense, and you're like, "Oh my god." He's just lost his partner. He's out for blood. This they think that they've got him, but of course he had a plan. The trash can that he had them deliver the money to um was like a concrete hole that went down into these tunnels. And of course, Keanu figures it out. He goes down and he's like, that's where the part in the scene where you see, like, you have a hair trigger pointed at your head. What do you do? But then she turns around and he realizes what's happened. And it's like, oh, dang. Like, he's just like, shit, what am I going to do? Like, this man is still grieving the loss of his partner, guys. Like, he's vengeful. He's wrathful. He wants to kill this guy. But he can't. Old dude's got his finger on the trigger. Even if it, like, yeah, he could kill him, but then that would kill Annie, which defeats the purpose of everything that he was trying to do through the whole film, right? And now he has genuinely come to care about Annie because she rose to the occasion. That's what I'm saying. She is the anti-Mary Sue. She simply got behind the wheel of a bus and wasn't like, you know what, Jack? I got this. You just sit back and let the women handle it. No, she took out cars. She took out road signs. There's a scene where she thinks she's killed a baby and she loses her ever-loving freaking mind. Like, we're, look at all of these fantastic stills. It's so great. Hang on. There's a scene where they're going down an LA road and it's packed. It's busy. And apparently that's not going to give me what I want. But yes, run, Keanu. Run. I love it. Oh, the cinematography is fantastic. I will take it all. But Annie is driving the bus and they're going down the road and she thinks she's hit a baby. She loses it, guys. She genuinely loses it. She lets go of the wheel. She covers her mouth. She starts to cry. Like, she's starting to slow down. And you've got Jack over here, grabs the wheel, and he's like, don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down. You have to keep going. Like, please, you got to keep it. Like, he's trying to tell Annie, and he's looking back, and he's like trying to figure it out. And she's like waving hands in front of her face, trying to breathe. She's trying to figure out what's happening. Like, she's processing the fact that she just hit a child in a baby carriage, right? And he's like, it was cans. And she's like, what? And he's like, it's cans. And she's like, are you sure? Like, she's disbelieving because all she saw was a baby carriage get hit. And she's like, are you sure? And he's like, yes, it was just cans. And she's like, oh my God. Oh, thank God. Because her life is in mortal danger. She's got what the heck? She's got all these people's lives in her hands. She's got all these other people's lives in her hands. And she's concerned about the baby that she just hit. I mean, you gotta look, because she's a human. She's a human being. She was devastated by what she thought she had just done. It's such an incredible scene because she goes through all of these emotions. And she, like, if Jack had not been there, she would have lost it and they all would have died. Jack grabbed the wheel. Jack made her keep driving. And he's the one who constantly reassures her that it was just cans. And she trusts him because of the relationship that they've built through this entire situation together. She realizes that he is a honest, trustworthy, dedicated man who isn't going to just, abandon them. Like, clearly, because he's on the bus with them with this bomb, right? So when he tells her it's just cans, and she's like looking and she's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And he's like, yes. And she's like, oh, thank God. Like, that is a normal human reaction. That's how this is supposed to go down. She is not freaking. This isn't from Fast and the Furious. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's got her foot on the gas pedal and her hands on the wheel, and she is begging Jack for help and guidance through this whole thing. She's like, Jack, get on. Let's like that scene where she's like, stay on or get off, stay on or get off, because she has to make a decision because they're about to hit a traffic jam on the interstate. And he's like, get off, get off. So that's when and then she just starts taking out the freaking signs on the side of the road and she's taking out. Oh my God. I love that scene. The bus is just shredding the side of these vehicles. It's insane. It's so well done that like I said, it's a twist on the high speed chase, because now, even though the danger is with them on the bus, she can't slow down, right? But they're not being chased, but there's just enough intrigue and twist. Like, there's enough going on that you care about the characters, you care about the scenes, you care about what's going to happen. You're trying to be like, you're believing that Harry is doing everything that he can to try and figure out how to help them, get off the bus or get out of the situation. And yeah, here it is. This is when Harry's like, oh my gosh. Harry doesn't say that, but my internet is, there we go. This is when Harry's like, shoot the hostage. Shoot the hostage. So it's just, there's no, at least for me, no thread. There isn't a thread. There isn't a character that gets dropped. There's no story thread that gets dropped. Everything comes full circle. Everything, there's a point to it all. Like, even like this scene right here, he is referencing this scene. There's callbacks throughout the whole show. It's this beautiful symmetry that we just do not see today. And film, here we go. This is a much better picture of the captain. Hello, Captain. Joe Morton, by the way, fantastic. I know I've said that like 1,000 times, but I'm just going to I would follow this man. That he is a true leader. I would follow this man 1,000%. I mean, Captain McMahon. I don't know about Joe Morton, but Captain McMahon, I would follow him for sure. But throughout this whole movie, you get to learn, like, you have enough time. You're in the situation with the passengers on the bus. You realize that they're freaking out and their mentalities, because you realize how you would be in a situation like this and what it would feel like for you. And so it's relatable without being pushy. And it's not that you identify with them because of what they look like. It's because you realize in that situation, we're all human. And it's just, oh man, you're like, how would I react in that situation? Yeah, I'd be like, Sandra's face right there. Yeah, that'd be me. If I'm like, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's terrifying. So through this whole scene, oh my God, Dennis Hopper, like, he's such a good bad guy. I love it. There's so much going on, but I want to see sort of like what happens, where are they coming from, what are they getting at, are they going to make it, how are they going to get out of this? You want to know what the resolution is going to be. You care about every single one of these characters, and you just, I mean, and props to Keanu Reeves. He nailed every single bit of this show. He was all over the place. They have him in an elevator shaft, they have him on a bus, they have him in an airport, they have him on a freaking, here we go, this little dolly. Oh my God. Okay, I don't know who Theopolis is, but y'all are throwing off my groove, man. But this scene right here, this portion where he's getting under the bus to try and disarm the bomb, and then once again, Annie thinks she kills him. She thinks that he essentially what happened. Oh, hello, Tumblr. But like right here, he's located the bomb. He's as steady as he's going to be. They're doing loops in the airport, and he's trying to disarm it. Well, of course, it doesn't work. Like the dolly goes off. He grabs, but he doesn't have super Herculean strength. He's got a screwdriver in his hand, and he stabs the gas tank. And I love the scene from the two of them he has now unsuccessfully attempted to disarm the bomb. They have found the feed that's going to the bus, so they're going to loop the video to try and trick Howard, the antagonist, Howard, the villain, right? And So they're like, nobody move. Like, we're going to loop it, you know, stuff like that. But the banter between the two of them so she hasn't killed him and Ortiz is down. He's like, he's like, he's not at the back of the bus. It wasn't him. You didn't hit him. And like, so Ortiz is looking down under the bus and he's like, I got him. And she's like, you got him? Okay, bring him up. Like, you know, like she's still trying to go over 50, but she's going in circles now, thankfully. Well, he gets back up and she hits him and she's like, don't do that to me, Jack. You scared me, right? Like she's hitting him because she's terrified and she's genuinely caring about this guy. And she's like, what's that smell? And he's like, gas. And she's like, we're leaking gas. And he's like, we are now. And she's like, what? You felt like you needed another challenge? It's just fabulous. Their banter is so on point. But the reason they figure out that he can see them is, I don't know, like you can't really see the logo from here. But her sweater it's branded with the Arizona Wildcats. And so he's like, I thought he was just calling you a wildcat because you like hopped up here and did what had to be done and you're a woman and it just sort of fit. But no, he has pieced together that old dude has got eyes inside the bus somehow. Because guys, remember, this is the 90s. Cameras, especially in buses, like this isn't a thing, right? So this just shows how intelligent Howard actually is. Lady T, yes, she's a wildcat. So good. Absolutely. Like there's little bits and pieces through this whole film where it's just chef's kiss fantastic. The details in this movie are fabulous. And you can't help but love it. I won't spoil the ending necessarily. I will just say that this dude, all right. I'm done with you, Theopolis. You're terrible. Why do you exist? I will simply say that Officer Jack is fantastic. He is wonderful. This man goes from an elevator shaft to a bus to an airport to a train, tunnels under the ground. This man goes everywhere. He is a Swiss Army knife. And I'm here for it. Bring back masculine men. And by the way, can I just say, where are you at? Where are you at, Annie? Still love that scene. God, it's heartbreaking, but it was so good and so necessary. And he played it so well. Jack being masculine, Jack being capable, Jack being the one that she leans on through this whole thing does not make her weak. Look at what this woman was able to accomplish. Look at what she was able to accomplish. Okay? They balanced each other. It was fantastic. They didn't detract from one another. It's not like she went down there and diffused the bomb. It's not like, well, actually, I have a PhD in thermonuclear dynamics, and I can absolutely disarm that bomb. What are you doing, Jack? Move over. Stand aside. Let me do it. No. You have Jack down there. He's on the phone, by the way, with Harry while he's trying to defuse this bomb. He's like, Harry, this is what I'm looking at. And Harry's like, okay, that's a dummy. That might be a dummy switch. No, don't do that. You're going to arm it. Like, here's the thing. And he's like, and then Jack's like, there's also a timer on this bomb. And Harry's like, multiple triggers, like, this guy is smart. He knows our playbook. He knows what we're going to do. Like, he's got to be a cop. So Harry figures out guy is a cop, which is what brings him to the house, right? That's what brings him to this situation because he's figured out that he is a cop from the Gold Watch and the fact that he knew the playbook, right? So there's so much going on here. Jack is not doing it by himself. He's on the phone with Harry. He's on the radio with his captain. He's got Annie driving the bus because Sam has been shot. There's so much going on. Okay? And the other rule is, with the exception of Sam, because another passenger does try to get off the bus. Okay? Another passenger tries to get off the bus, and Howard sets off a small charge that's by the doorway of the bus and kills one of the passengers that was trying to get off, right? And Annie's like, she was just so scared. She was so scared. And he's like, I know, but if she had gotten off the bus, we would have all died. Okay? So Jack's trying to pull her back in the bus. She's not letting it, like, she's not going. The other cops are trying to get her to come with them because she's like, take me with you. But the rules were nobody gets off the bus. He made the exception for Sam because Jack is like, hey, you know, do this. It could grease some wheels with the money men if you let this man go to the hospital. And he's like, okay, but only the bus driver. And the rules, like, and then the passenger tried to get off the bus. Howard detonated. She ended up getting pulled under the bus and dying. And Annie was like, she was just so scared. And he's and Jack is like, I know. He's like, and it's horrible. It's terrible. He's like, but if she had gotten off the bus, we would have all died. Okay? So that is how, like, this movie, it just grips you and it doesn't let you go. That is why I have basically given it a 10 out of 10. People might disagree with me. People might say that I'm being overly generous. People might say that the nostalgia bug is just a bit too strong on this one for me. I disagree with all of that, and I strongly encourage every single one of you to go watch it because it is a thrill ride that is also intelligent and just absolutely fantastically written with a cast that you care about and that complements each other. Huh. Chris Persia. Now, if this was made today, Annie would be a professor in a new field of engineering, telling Jack what to do before throwing him to the side like a rag doll and disarming the camera, then the bomb. Yes, absolutely. So that would be where we end up today. But thankfully, this movie was not made today. It was made in the 90s. And in all its 90s glory, it has delivered. So I thoroughly enjoy this film. I, honest to goodness, hope that I have this movie. I have 2 VHS copies of this movie, 3 DVDs, and I swear to God, if I ever find it on Blu-ray, I'll own that too. I love this movie. It is one of my favorite all-time movies, bar none. Okay, so by all means, everybody, I cannot recommend it highly enough. Go watch, go enjoy, go bathe in the awesomeness. And just remember what great movies feel like. It's so good. It's so good. And I swear, I promise you're gonna love it if you've not watched it. And if you have, you already know how good it is. So go back and watch it again. The only thing I wish I could see it on the big screen. Like, I would be the happiest person alive if I could ever see this on the big screen. That would just be achievement unlocked type situation. So, thank you everybody for coming tonight. I hope that you had as much fun as I did. I hope that you go and watch this movie. It's just fantastic. April is going to be full of action. Like, it's going to be straight action films this month. Honest to goodness. I know last month we sort of went into the techie 80s suspense films between conspiracy theory and the net and war games. So we had our techie suspense last month. We're doing action, probably 90s action, most likely. 90s action flicks this month. Because they are great. The 90s were fantastic. Yes, cross purposes. Action April on Nostalgic Nirvana. 1000%. I hope you're all here for it because I know I am. I'm on the bus for the action. I love it. Give me the action flicks. Before I go, let me see if I have missed any. So no supers tonight, which is perfectly fine. Let me see if I have any more donations from you fabulous people, whom I absolutely love and adore. Ding Dong Dan. Oh, man. Ding Dong Dan for $2 says, okay, pick a song. Pick a song? Any song? Like, any song in the public domain? I have no idea. I don't know what's in the public domain. Don't do this to me. I've only got like a minute left on I try to keep these things at 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, hold on. The odds of me knowing any of these songs, I swear. Okay, let me see. Here we go. 50 popular songs in the public domain. Don't know that one. Don't know that one. I don't know that one. I don't have a clarinet or an oboe for that one. Do 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 do. Why you doing this to me? Okay, can I just make up a song? Okay, let's see. Everybody's just gonna deuce out on me because I can't find anything. Oh my Lord in heaven. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. Ding Dong Dan, I can't. I guess I could do When the Saints Go Marching In or Over the Rainbow. Apparently those are in the public domain. I guess. Chat, would you rather hear the Saints Go Marching In or Over the Rainbow? Or none of the above? Because, yeah, I don't... These are not singing streams, Ding Dong Dan. What are you doing to me? Here we go. Gek812, you convinced me. We'll watch it again. What a ride. Amen! Go enjoy yourself. It'll be fantastic. Sometimes sing the mountain song from Hobbit. I can do that. But that's copyright. I know that one's copyright. I'd have to do that on like a private stream. I can't do that here. Oh. Do-do-dee-do-dee-do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do-do-do-do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Yeah, love that song. Ooh, I'm going to drop into a lower register for that one, though. That's some soul. Love that one. Okay, so I see 3 for Over the Rainbow and none for Saints Go Marching In. All right. I can... Y'all are killing me. All right, I'm going to back that up. I don't have... You guys are just going to get my raw voice. I don't have any effects. I don't have a soundboard. I don't have anything. So if you're still here and I don't... Hopefully I don't chase you away with this. God dang it. How'd you know Face Off was going to be one of the movies this month, huh? Cross purposes? Even though I love it. All right. Oh, lordy. I could sing it with a Face Off. It would fit then, too. Can you tell I'm stalling? All right. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Okay, there you go. Thank you very much. I hope that was worth your $2, Ding Dong Dan. Please stop asking me to sing. It makes me very nervous. I have no soundboard. I have no filter. I have no dampener. I appreciate the love. I'm glad that you enjoy it, guys. Really, truly, I do. I hope that you liked that. That's literally just my raw voice. But Ding Dong Dan, thank you for the support. I think that's like you've donated like $8 just to have me sing. So I appreciate it. I'll never tell you you can't ask me to sing, but I don't think that's why people are here. I'm scared that that's going to alienate some people. Because I know that they're not here to listen to me sing. They're here to listen. They're here to talk about the nostalgic Nirvana. So, but it just felt weird singing Over the Rainbow with Speed in the background. So, yeah, I put a rainbow up. But I really appreciate I really appreciate the love. Thank you guys. Guys, well, thank you. I really appreciate ban on singing super chats. No, I won't ever tell you how to spend your money. But you don't need a filter, Lady G. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I do love to sing. I really do, but I'm scared it might alienate some people. Because like I said, they're not here to listen to me sing. But I like if it's in my power to do a super chat, I will do a super chat. Or a donation. I'm gonna always try to give you what you pay for. So Legionist, you're hilarious. Do member singing streams and release a song list. Oh my, what Eric said. You guys are all great, Anonymous. I know you were kidding, Anonymous. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for the love and support. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you go watch Speed tonight, honestly, and just enjoy yourselves. Stuff that I have coming up. So you guys are aware, like I said, I'm working on the book club. Finalizing some stuff, doing different things to try and make it something that I hope everybody can enjoy and sort of be a part of. I like it's supposed to be something that brings us together. It'll essentially be it would be nostalgic Nirvana, but with books, basically. Like, we're not going to read something that I hate. And if you read the rules, if you suggest, so I'm picking the first 3 books and we're going to kind of go from there. I'll sort of test the waters and kind of get a feel for what everybody thinks. But I swear on all that is holy, if you recommend a YA or an NA novel, you better have a bulletproof justification for why you are doing it. And I mean that with my entire being. But Theodore Pinnock, I could. If you guys don't know what those are hymns that are sung in honor of the Virgin Mother, Mary. But that would be something. We're in Easter, so what would that be? Regina Coeli? I don't know. Oh, how do I say that? I forget how it's spelled. It's Regina something, but there's an Easter one. I could do that on a member stream, I suppose. But we've been going for 1 hour and 11 minutes. I always try to keep these suckers between 45 minutes to an hour because I want you guys, the point of these is to excite you guys to the point that you want to go and enjoy the show itself, to go and revisit it or find it for the first time. And like I've always said on these streams, it's yes. Thank you, Miss Martin. Yes. The Chaley. Okay. See? Look at that. Catholics helping Catholics. You gotta love it. But the point of these streams is to help you guys discover something new that you can enjoy for the first time, that I personally love and want to share with you, or to help you rediscover something so you can go back and enjoy it again and share it with people you care about who have maybe perhaps never gotten the chance to see it or don't know about it. There's so much out there to love. There's so much good cinema. There's so much good writing. There's so much good music. I really want all of you to sort of delve into it and find it, because closing your wallets to things that you don't like or that insult us or, that are purposefully made to irritate or trigger us. Closing your wallet to them is a good start, but you need to open your wallet to things that we love as well, so that our money speaks twice as loud. So that's what the point of these are, to help you sort of find something that you can love and something that is going to be enjoyable. Mystic Girl found Reign of Fire on DVD, and I absolutely love that movie. Great recommendation. Yes, I'm so glad you did. Reign of Fire, mwah, fantastic film. I absolutely love it. I'm so glad you found it, Mystic Girl. Enjoy it. Keep that DVD near and dear. Ave Regina Colorium and Lent. Oh, yeah, it's Lent. It's not Easter. You are correct, Theodore Pinnock. Yes, we're not in Easter season technically yet. My bad. So, yeah, we could... Maybe Miss Martin will sing with me. What do you think, Miss Martin? You and me on a Saturday? We'll sing some Catholic hymns. Come on, I know you're in the chat. Where are you at, Miss Martin? You had to look it up, Theodore Pinnock. Ain't no worries. The only reason I even remember that one is because it's one of my favorites ever, and I can't even pronounce it correctly. Yes. All right, you, me, Miss Martin. It's a sing-song date. We'll have to pick a Saturday and make everybody's ears bleed. No, they're actually they're beautiful hymns, guys. They're actually quite lovely. And I would love to sing those with you, Miss Martin. So, thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. It means the world to me. Thank you, everybody that sent in a donation and a super chat. I can't tell you what your support means. It's truly humbling. And I appreciate you guys more than I can put into words. So without further ado, let me double check, make sure I don't have any more. No! Ding Dong Dan. Ding Dong Dan for $2 says you should sing one song every Thursday. But I don't want to. I could maybe do a different stream and sing a song. But again, people don't come to Nostalgic Nirvana for the singing. I mean, if you guys like it, I appreciate that. And you guys have been so supportive, so thank you. But Ding Dong Dan, I think we're gonna just, we'll see, okay? Like I said, if it's in my power to do, I will do it. Yes, we come for the singing, says Theodore Pinnock. Y'all are killing me. Oh my God, yes, Chris Persia, the 13th Warrior is fantastic, and we will absolutely be covering it on Nostalgic Nirvana. Don't you worry, it will happen. Record you singing a song and play it as an intro. Y'all are severely overestimating my abilities. I'm just saying. The movie discussion is all right too, I guess. Okay, well, I appreciate you all very much for being here. We were talking about Speed. It was fantastic. I did do a little bit of singing, and like I said, when it comes to supers and donations, I will do everything in my power to honor them. So thank you all very much. You have a fantastic night. Go watch Speed. Enjoy yourselves. And check out FNT tomorrow night. You've got Thursday Night Throwdown on Comics Division's channel in just a little bit. I think in like 45 minutes. So he'll be live tonight. He's always got great topics. And then Saturday, I don't know if I'm able to be there or not, but go check out Miss Martin's channel. Right now it's the Silmarillion. So we've covered The Hobbit and all 3 Lord of the Rings sections, since it's technically one book. But so Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King were all covered. Hobbit was covered. Now it's the Silmarillion. So go over to Miss Martin's channel on Saturdays. Give it a watch. It's good stuff. You'll learn a lot. And it's a great discussion with great people. Great panel. So go check her out. This Saturday, I might actually have 2 live streams. And then Sunday, I will be, at least temporarily, on Lethal Lightning's channel, where we're going to talk about the abomination that is episode 3 of Paramount's Halo series. That thing needs to die a quick and swift death. Like, I don't even want that thing to suffer, because I'm going to have to suffer with it. Make it stop. Just pull the plug and be merciful to everyone, including that show. But yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not a fan. And I love Halo. So yeah, it's not good, y'all. But myself and Epic Mike are on Lethal Lightning's channel. Disbrew was there last Sunday. He might be there again this coming Sunday. But we'll talk about that. And then I may have yet another live stream on Sunday night. We'll see. And I swear to God, I will eventually finish editing videos and get them all out and just drop like 3 a days for like a week straight eventually. But I love all of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. Have a fantastic evening. God bless and Godspeed.